We might be here talking about leaders, but beyond leaders, our youth are dying of addiction, mental issues. And the problem with these issues usually, they affect the cleverest of the young people. Rarely do you find a person who is not clever being engaged in those activities. We have very brilliant brains rotting everywhere because they lack someone to talk to. But also, we as young people, we have our own issues and we want mentors. And look around, to be honest, and I said it yesterday. I told Mom, I said, it's very difficult to find mentors in this country. It's very difficult. And if you think we are genuine and honest people, all of us, the level we are on, we are mature. Most of us are married. We are mature enough to do wills. Okay? Just go do a will. I know, I don't think all of you have done. Those who haven't done, go do a will. And when you reach on that part of executors and witnesses, you scan around people around you. You will find, you say, this is my friend, I know, but who will stand by my family if I have my 6-year-old boy? If, for example, beyond my family, if, for example, my wife and I, the unfortunate happened, who will protect what I've read for my son? And you look around yourself, the people you, but this, what, you look around yourself, because now you will go beyond issues of drinking together, issues of dancing together, issues of moving around. You go now to the issue of honesty, to the issue of reliability, and to the issue of thinking, if I'm not around, will this person protect me? So that's why whatever we do, colleagues, whatever we do, these things you can call a deal, you can call, someone might be a friend. You borrow just 1 million and you don't return it. But it will remain on me. I say, but if this one couldn't return 1 million, if I die today, will the property of my children survive in case he's an administrator of my estate? Small things matter at the most critical times. Whatever you do on a camera, please also do it in camera. You can come, you write us here in the open. But what about when you are alone? Because it's a trait, it will develop, it will continue. So I really want to urge you, the Youth Forum, that we go back, we be intentional, we re-examine ourselves, and we think, are we worthy of entrusting the leadership, to be entrusted with the leadership of the country? It's something which bothers me. How are we behaving? There is blackmail. People can blackmail you, well and good. But in your heart, are you being blackmailed or you're being told the truth, but you don't want to accept it? And then, in politics, we are quick to blame others. You do something, it is wrong, but then you say, it is a man fighting me. Now, the moment you are misled to follow on with that, then you will lose an opportunity of examining and getting lessons from what has happened. Usually, of course, we have people who fight us. We have detractors. But have you armed them with weapons that fight you? So as young people, when we are doing what we are doing? Do we reflect on that? I sit down. By the way, do you have time to talk to yourself? Or you have time to talk to others? Do you have time to listen to yourself? Because most of us, the modern people, in our homes, the first thing is a bar. Do you have a prayer room? Okay, don't call it even a prayer room. Do you have a quiet place where you sit and you talk to yourself? Do you have time to talk to yourself? Or all the time you have you're talking to others? You're caring about others, but you don't care about yourself. You don't talk to yourself. Do you have that time? Do you sit down and you talk to your God? Because you see, reflection is very, very critical. And I'm really concerned, because why I'm concerned about this, we are going to lose an opportunity as young people. Where the question will be, where will these people take the country? If you give us leadership today, where would we take the country? Won't we kill each other? Anyway, today we've come on a handover, but I mean, it worries me as young people. And in the end, of course, we shall be in a bandwagon, everyone. So I think it is time for self-reflection. I hope we can sit down, we reflect on the many things. But by the way, let me tell you, this Parliament, you are doing very well. People don't know. The only issue is in Siba and B. Like I can tell you, when you sit down and you look at the reallocations in the budget, if you are with these things going on, which I see, you will find that we have tremendously reduced on how much money Parliamentary allocates during appropriation. I have done a study. You go to the 9th Parliament, you go to the 10th Parliament. We don't exceed 1% of the national budget. We don't. And most of it is reallocated because members want schools, want health centers, want tractors in their areas, want roads in their areas. To me, that's not corruption. Yeah, that's not corruption to me. But the problem is, if you're making an omelette of 1,000 eggs and you have one spoiled egg, the whole omelette will be dead. You can never. Okay? You cannot eat it. It was 1,000. You cannot eat it. So, you are doing very well. I don't want you to lose confidence. There is a narrative which I have seen being pushed that you won't even attend budget day, that you're scared. You are doing well, colleagues. You are doing very well. I've seen the things you've done. You are doing very well. Of course, the narrative will be pushed. The focus will be on the 1%, transparency in the 1% of the national budget you've reallocated. What about the 99%? Is it the reallocation that is failing the development of the country? So, you are doing well. I want to implore you. None of you should be scared unless you are involved in wrong things. That rumor, if anything comes, and of course, we always stand by our colleagues, but standing by our colleagues doesn't mean they shouldn't be held accountable. As leadership of Parliament, we shall stand by our colleagues until they are proved guilty. Okay? Until colleagues are proved guilty, we shall stand by you. That doesn't mean that we condone any behavior that is inappropriate. We would urge you to ensure, because we have worked very closely with the executive in terms of budget transparency and streamlining budget transparency. So we are working very, very closely with the President, and we hope that we can continue cleaning up. This is only that the message that has been put out looks like as if Parliament is rotten, Parliament is finished. Everyone, most of you are hiding your heads in the sand. Please come out and speak out for the good things you are doing for this country, because there are very many good things. And personally, I'm proud of you members, and as leadership, we are proud of you. You are achieving a lot. Finally, I want to urge you that let's look at the legislative agenda of Parliament. We look at the legislative agenda of the young people. I'm very happy with the programs which have been pushed, but most of them are scattered. If we are to consolidate what we've done, you'll find we've done a lot for the young people. So as a forum, please trace in the budget, trace where the money is, trace the different legislations we've done. We did one on employment, okay, which was bringing more young people into the fold. Trace many of them and bring the new ones you have, so that we look them into early. But it is always good when we do them in partnership with government. We shouldn't have a feeling that private members' bill are for private members alone. When you work with the government, it becomes much easier. Look at the markets bill. It's helping to transform the country, but it was brought by a private member, but who worked closely with government. So I would implore you, if we have these bills, please share them with the government side, and you can continue and push them as a private member. But when there is cooperation from the relevant ministries that are going to help you to achieve them. I can promise you that we shall continue supporting you as the leadership of Parliament. This is a commitment from the Speaker, from the Parliamentary Commission, from the leadership. We shall continue supporting you, and I hope I can be more involved. I want to see more vibrancy in Parliament, and I think also go out and shape the narrative. There's like something which I've seen in papers, and please, members of Parliament, protect each other. Don't think you will be considered a successful member of Parliament when others have been finished. Protect each other. A very good example. I see some members celebrating, I have been ranked the best performing member of Parliament. Okay? But you're a chairperson of the committee, you've presented 20 reports. Me who is not, how will I get the opportunity you have? You're a prime minister, you answered the over 300 questions, and it's by law. How can I be compared to you? You're a minister. During budget alone, you would speak 200 times. So me, how will I be? You know, the ground is not leveled at all. But then if you've spoken 0 times, okay, also then it will be difficult for us really to market you. You will be, it will be difficult. It will be like, I don't want to use narrative, but it will be like marketing camaraderie. You have a few who can like it, but it's usually very bitter. Those who can take it. So I would urge you, be proactive. Try to catch the eye of the Speaker. Attend Parliament. I have MPs who don't attend Parliament. But you see also, I want to urge the media that these rankings which you make, they are misleading, because they don't go into detail on what a member has said, on how a member has influenced a resolution of the House. Parliament, what is very important in Parliament are resolutions. Okay? Resolutions of the House. So, if so and so has been shining, I want you to go back in the Hansard and you study how many resolutions of Parliament did he or she influence their submission. Otherwise, someone can be standing up on order, on information, on what, and there are good people who are talented at that. And also, because of this pressure of media rankings. Now, members are fighting to talk. Information, even when there is no information. Order, even when there is no. Procedure, even when there is no procedure. But they are recorded. Then they say, he spoke 20 times. But what did you speak? Were you only sending greetings? So it's very, very important. Thank you. I'm sorry I've taken long, but I want to invite you. Please ensure you reach in Kororo in time. There is no one to arrest you. The president has no any ill motive against Parliament. I want to clarify this. We have been in touch with him. The president has no any ill motive. Instead, the president is very happy with the performance of Parliament. But there have been very many rumors circulating, and he told us it is from the previous parliaments. He received the reports. You remember when we were at State House Entebbe, when he waved the report, he said this is a report in the 10th parliament, and the 9th parliament, but now he's narrowing it down, and we must all support efforts aimed at cleaning our institution. And the only way we can support those efforts is by checking our behavior, behaving in a more transparent manner, avoiding small things which end up destroying the image of the institution and the House. As a leadership, we shall continue supporting you. Our partners, I want to thank you for standing by Parliament, and I've known Munyanga.
We expect Honorable Nyamutoro not to disturb Honorable Bernard as he does his term of office.
Entire forum, time and different abilities that are only strengthening the forum as one of those that are the most vibrant in Parliament today. In the last 1 year, Right Honourable Speaker, we were able to achieve quite a number of milestones and issues that we have still left in the pipeline that my brother, Honourable Odoi, will be able to deliver to execution. The Parliamentary Youth Forum last year hosted the 4th Uganda Business Forum in Kololo, where we had over 5,000 young people for the first time gathering, discussing business on a bigger platform. And we were blessed to be graced by His Excellency the President, who offered financial support to most of these young entrepreneurs, and the results and impacts of that forum are still being testified till today. Right Honourable Speaker, with support from Sexual Reproductive Health and Rights Alliance, we developed the State of Youth Report. This was done through countrywide consultations by members of Parliament. Consultations were done both physically, in meetings, workshops, and online, and we did this in 8 sub-regions, in Bunyoro, Ankole, West Nile, Lango, Bukedi, Busoga, Buganda, and the report was launched on the 7th of December 2023 at Naguru Skies Hotel by the Government Chief Whip. Interest members, Right Honourable Speaker, on matters of sexual reproductive health and rights, that this is one of the key issues that is making us not only just there, are at the front line of being better, but most importantly, that the young people are always equipped with the right information so that the notion of peer influence can drive us into having better and more productive citizens in the future. The Parliamentary Youth Forum, together with Faraja Africa, hosted the National Youth Parliament in the Parliamentary Chambers on 8th August 2023 and 9th August 2022, where young members came up with a petition on issues that were discussed and were presented to the Speaker of Parliament. On that note, Right Honourable Speaker, I want to again thank the leadership of Parliament, the Right Honourable Speaker, Right Honourable Anita Among, and yourself, the Right Honourable Deputy Speaker, for the continuous support that you have always accorded us. Whenever we request for the chambers to be available, for the young people to come and have impactful participation in regards to debating their issues and presenting them before their leaders, you have always accorded us the necessary support. Right Honorable Speaker, the forum with support from Westminster Foundation has hosted 20 fireplace conversations, an innovation that we came up with, which we hold every last Friday of the month. Under a particular theme, we invite young people from across the divide, the political sector, different sectors in the country, from different walks of life, to just come and share with us their insights on different topics. This has helped us greatly in policy formulation, but also as a way of fostering consultative leadership. We have been able to include the youth voice better as leaders when we continue to advocate for them. Right Honorable Speaker, Westminster Foundation is one of those partners that I must additionally talk about, because come rain, come sunshine, the Westminster Foundation, under the able leadership of our brother Joseph Munyangabo, has always stood with the forum and also with young people across the country. Right of those leaders who has seen me grow right from university when I was much smaller than I am. And the second person who has seen me rise up the ladders slowly is Mr. Joseph Munyangabo. I can vividly remember when I was a senior 6 vacist, the first resume I ever wrote about democracy and governance was guided by him. It is interesting that still today I get to benefit from your support, not just as a mentor, but also to testify of the good works that you're doing for the young people. Right Honorable Speaker, the forum with support from the Netherlands Institute of Multi-Party Democracy and Akina Mama wa Africa hosted the National Youth Symposium, which was attended by over 300 young people, members of parliament, ministers, and other stakeholders on the 21st and 22nd of February at 4 Points, Sheraton, together with other partners, inclusive of the ones that I have mentioned earlier.